Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Today is Friday, so we are heading into the weekend. So we all know what the market makers does. They usually try to trap people into the weekend trap. So if you guys remember, a few days back, I mentioned that this could have been the high for the week, and then we could have a midweek reversal. And if you guys have been following me, I've been showing here in my previous update where we had this vector gap. So and we have the CME gap still, which is still not filled. So this is how I'm gonna take the market going into the New York session. Is I'm gonna watch how the price reacts at this 200 EMA. Obviously we have this vector gap above as well. So the first thing is Bitcoin needs to clear the 200 EMA for this 15 minutes. Otherwise still expect Bitcoin to sweep this vector gap below and clear the CME gap. So we haven't cleared it yet, as I mentioned. So we all need to be very careful today because you don't want to get chopped or trapped. So my scenario is there could be a fake pump up. I'm not sure where, but most probably around 82k, and then this could be the people who get trapped for the weekend longs, and then they sweep slowly do this. So obviously nobody knows what's gonna happen. All we can do is just prepare. So just keep an eye on this. I mean, all we can do is prepare, right? So what else? We have some charts request as well from some of our members, so I'm just gonna do that. And you can see how the Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance are playing. So USDT dominance is at a very critical level. It needs to lose this 200 EMA, I think, and then it would be a nice move for alts. But so far it's holding above it, so it's a very tricky day today. Fridays are always tricky. So even dominance rejected just before the 200 EMA. It's coming down, which is good for alts, and as long as Bitcoin holds, I think, above 80k and this dominance just starts chopping below, we can see some of the alts move. So I would actually be prepared for a sweep lower today from Bitcoin, so that we have a weekend pump, which would be really nice. It would be nice for market whales to manipulate the market on the weekend and then Monday sweep. So this is what I've shared with my community a few days back, and they were all prepared for this. We spoke when it was here, that I told them clearly this could be the high of the week. So this was shared with them in advance. We have been doing really well in our community. So we've been taking some trades with our community. We've been trading ton. Obviously Ton network had some bullish news going last few days because of what Pavel Durov has mentioned, that Ton is Telegram is acquiring Ton. So we had this huge move up 110%, and when I looked at the liquidity, it had lots of liquidity sitting way above. So you can go and check here on CoinGlass that liquidity was sitting above here. We got a nice move down. We got this short at the community, 20% move, and then we got this another short from here again, and now we are waiting patiently for the price to come to this level so that we look for another short. But obviously with tight risk management, as it's so bullish, it could keep going to the next level. If I show you on the daily, this chart looks insane. Look at this move up, complete sweep of all of this liquidity. Now is just like ripped really after moving above the 200 EMA. That's what I think most of the tokens are gonna do. So you need to keep an eye on some tokens which are close to the 200 EMA. It could take support and just do a move like Ton. So if Ton goes above 2.9 and hold this level, and then I think $3.4 and $3.7 is possible. So obviously we trade with risk management. So you all need to keep an eye on this token because but I'm expecting them to come and take some of these vectors or liquidity sitting here before making the next move up. So what I would do is I would wait for the 50% level to be taken here. It would be a nice move. $2 psychological number as well, so keep an eye on that. So looks really nice. Obviously, the one we are looking at is Aster. I think we took this trade with the community. It's been in this range from last 55 days, so there could be a move either towards the upside or down, but this setup looks really nice. I think we have a red vector candle recovery here as well, and obviously if this breaks, it's going to be a huge move up by Aster, and we have seen Aster whenever it goes up or down, it makes huge move. So another one to keep an eye, obviously. And there are other few things we need to look at is what is the stock market doing. Obviously stock market is just like on steroids, doesn't want to stop, have a small pullback, makes a next move up. I think my next target for stock market is 7,500, which is not that far away, it's just 2%, so not a big deal. I think it's gonna do it easily. And obviously oil has been choppy, obviously with the news that there was attacks and all those things then happening in Iran and all those Strait of Hormuz. So it keeps going up with the news, it keeps coming down, so it's been more difficult to trade oil than any other things. And obviously gold also took a tumble yesterday after the news. So but it has lots of fair value gap and vector candles all the way below here, so won't be shocked if it comes and for 4,650 level before making the next move up. So just keeping an eye on all of this. But that's usually what I'm looking at, and I'll be very careful going into this weekend as always, because you see Bitcoin has lots of liquidity sitting below. You can check by the liquidation levels here. If I go on 15 minutes and show you, we can see the amount of liquidity all the way below up to 70k. So all it needs is a bad news or some kind of bearish trigger and this all gets swept. So I think this will come really quickly, so you all have to be prepared, and that's why we are saying in my community is prepared, everyone is waiting. We will strike when the time comes for this short. So for now we are leaning towards long because the market is bullish, sentiment is bullish, so we don't want to trade against the market, we trade with the market and be ready when things go wrong. So far we have been doing really well. The community is enjoying how we trade, and it's going pretty well. So we don't trade against with the news, we trade what the chart tells us. Obviously the prime example is this token, World Liberty Finance. I've been telling all my community members from last 2-3 weeks that it's been having some bearish news. It's been like 29th April this news came out that they've been involved in some kind of scams or whatever, but I told them like this drop was done, we have to look for a higher level, and this is when I told my members that we should be starting to look for spot at least, if not leverage, because this move itself was very good for a spot. 33% move, and obviously I went long on this leverage for me because I was watching what the chart was doing. It's very easy, green vector candle followed by blue vector candle, volume coming in telling me just go long. I'm still in this long. I've taken multiple profits at this area and this area as well, and now I think this has much more higher legs to go because the vote proposal has passed and there will be World Liberty Finance released to the public, so which is good, so I'm expecting another 30% move from this. That's why I keep telling to my members, do not listen to the news. This market will test you in different ways, like with the news, the FUDs. We just look at the charts, we look at what market makers are doing. Market makers clearly left hints to us that we are coming here after some time. They did. So this move happened before the news came out that everything is okay now. So as I keep telling everyone, do not get engaged with news too much. The big boys are making money, they will keep making money. What doesn't matter what we think about it, we just need to change the way we think and trade the chart. When you bring emotions to the chart, you just mess it up. Just stick to your TA and believe in your TA. If you're wrong, you're wrong, you're out. Yeah, if you're right, you make money. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys, have a great weekend and stay updated. I will be much more active on YouTube as well, with my analysis. And yeah, we have some fun competitions coming very soon and announcements, so stay updated. Take care, have a great weekend.